Hey, how about it, race fans? Richard Allen of InsideDirtRacing.com coming at you with another Rich's Ramblings. And this one I'm titling, What Are You Doing This Weekend? Because whatever you're doing this weekend, if it doesn't include being at a racetrack, especially if you're in the East Tennessee, Southwest Virginia area, then you've got the wrong plans. Because what an amazing weekend of racing that we've got coming up here in this region. Tomorrow night, Thursday night, at the Volunteer Speedway in Bulls Gap, Tennessee. Got the Kyle Larson Late Model Challenge, and man, what a star-studded field that race looks like it's going to have based on the confirmations that I've been able to find on websites and various other places like social media. It's going to be an amazing, amazing field. If you haven't heard already, Kyle Busch, the NASCAR champion, is planning to be there, as well as, of course, Kyle Larson. The race is named after him. Is going to be there too. Then Brandon Overton, Jonathan Davenport, going to be there. Dale McDowell, Jimmy Owens, just a tremendous field of cars that are planning to be there. And coming out of Georgia, Florida Speed Weeks, which it seems odd to say coming out of Georgia, Florida Speed Weeks here, as we're kind of into April now, but we haven't really done much racing since Georgia and Florida in February because of rain has just gotten in the way. The weather just doesn't want us to race, it doesn't seem like. But coming out of Georgia, Florida Speed Weeks, could arguably said that the two hottest drivers were Hudson O'Neal, who finished on a really strong note down there in that Rocket House car, and then Ricky Thornton Jr. Also came out of Georgia, Florida with some wins and really had some momentum on his side. And both of those two guys are planning to be at Bulls Gap on Thursday night as well. So it ought to be a great field. I mean, like I said, Dale McDowell planning to be there. Chris Madden has it on his schedule. As well as, there's going to be some local challengers like Jensen Ford and Dakota Knuckles are going to be among those. Ross Bales, people like that as well. So I can't wait to get there Thursday night, just hoping that the weather doesn't interfere like it's been so prone to do here in the last few weeks and weekends that we've had. And then, but on top of that, we have the Spring Nationals are going to be in action two times over this upcoming weekend. On Friday night up at the Wythe Raceway, which Wythe Raceway, if you've never been there, it's one of my favorite racetracks to go to. The setting for that track is just so scenic. You're just, completely surrounded by mountains. It's very easy to get to. It's right off Interstate 81, kind of there in southwestern Virginia. Big high bank track, sweeping track. It almost kind of reminds you of Bristol, the way it looks. But the racing's always good there. And the viewpoint, there's nowhere with the grandstand sitting up on the hillside. There's not a bad seat in that house. So Ray Cook's promoted Schaefer's Oil Spring Nationals. That certainly looks to be a good show as well. And then kind of a co-promoted race with the Spring Nationals and the Valvoline Ironman Late Model Series will be at Tazewell, 21,000 to win race up there, the Little Bill Corum Memorial. So that'll be a great one as well. So a lot to look forward to, and that's not even to mention all the NASCAR stuff going on the dirt-covered Bristol Motor Speedway. You're going to have the NASCAR trucks racing this weekend, and on the Easter Sunday night, it'll be a night race. The NASCAR Cup Series will be on the dirt at Bristol Motor Speedway as well. And the fun thing for dirt late model enthusiasts is that Jonathan Davenport will be in both of those races. He'll be in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race, driving a Colleague truck. It's a very solid ride. I mean, William Byron and Alex Bowman have both driven that truck this year. And then he'll be in a Colleague racing car, teammated with A.J. Allmendinger there and Justin Haley in the Cup Series at Bristol too, so in the Food City Dirt Race. So that ought to be a great as well. So like I said, if your plans don't include being at a racetrack sometime this weekend, then you got it all wrong. And hopefully the weather will let us all be there. Hopefully the weather will provide something good for us. But hopefully I'll be seeing you somewhere this weekend. But until then, this is Richard Allen of InsideDirtRacing.com saying I'll see you at the track.